guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some fried pork chops with rice and pigeon peas, chuleta frita and arroz con gandules, my way. As you see, my daughter already rinsed out the pork chops and seasoned them just with 3 ingredients: vinegar, salt, and pepper. And even though it's just these 3 simple ingredients, wow, they taste delicious. This is my mom's recipe. And this is what you're seeing now is everything I'm gonna need to make my arroz con gandules, rice and pigeon peas. But first, we're gonna start by frying the pork chops. I am gonna put them to start because I have a good amount of them, and by the time I fry all of them, my rice will be done. So remember, all she did, and I'm sorry we didn't get it on film, was wash the pork chops. She rinsed each one of them with just water, and then she put in the vinegar and salt and pepper. And the vinegar, she put about, I want to say, first of all, let me go back. I had like 10 pork chops. So she put in like maybe half of a cup of vinegar, and then she seasoned each one of them just with a little bit of salt and pepper, and she had them sitting for a while so they developed really good flavor. This is my mom's recipe. She was very simple, but they taste very, very good. Trust me when I tell you, they taste delicious. Now I'm gonna I have in my rice pot a little bit of oil, and I'm putting 2 nice big spoonfuls of sofrito. And if you don't know what sofrito is, I already have it on my videos, just strictly dedicated to the way I do sofrito. So you're welcome to go check it out. It's just a must in a Spanish household. I have them on medium heat, and I'm stirring to make sure that it cooks. Now I'm gonna add the whole can of pigeon peas. I rinsed the water out just the way I do it. You're welcome to keep it. It's not a big deal. There are times that I keep maybe half of the water. There's other times where I just take it all out. I'm putting some onion powder, and I put about, I want to say, a tablespoon and a half. Some garlic powder, and with this I put like maybe 1 teaspoon. Mixing it all up as I add flavoring. Some adobo. This is basically my salt. And I put, as you saw, maybe going around the pot of rice 3 times. But mind you, keep in mind, I'm doing like 5 cups of rice. So you adjust depending on how much rice that you're gonna use. And remember, this is just the way I do it. So if you cook it and you think you need more flavoring or less flavoring, then, you make it your own. I put about a cup, a little bit less than a cup of water. Now I'm gonna add some black pepper. And this, again, I don't measure it, but it's gonna be like maybe half of a teaspoon. Some complete seasoning. This stuff is so good. I like it better than the Goya. And this is about 2 turns of the pot, going around the pot like maybe 2 times. And keep in mind, it's 5 cups of rice that I'm making. So you adjust. If you're making less, then, you put a little less. And if you want more, you put a little bit more. Now I'm gonna add a palmful of oregano. Man, and this, I was cooking this, it smelled so delicious. And this meal, I really felt bad. I'm adding 2 ham flavoring, and there's times where I just put chicken flavoring depending on the guests in the house. If they don't eat pork, then I just leave the pork flavoring out and I'll add chicken, you know. And I'm adding some sazon, Goya, 2 of them because I like nice color on the rice. But like I was saying earlier, I wish I would have had either tostones or sweet plantains to go with this dish, because it just makes it that much better. I remember growing up and my mom making this meal, you know, and when she would cook the fried pork chops, she would have sweet plantains on the side. Now I'm adding some Spanish olives. Look how good it is. And I do this for a little bit, you know, until it starts boiling like you saw, to make sure that all the seasonings marry each other. And then I add the rice. And I forgot to mention, I had enough oil to pretty much cover the bottom of the pot. That helps with it not sticking. And this is just how I learned how to make it. I'm gonna make sure that I turn the rice over and over and make sure that all the seasonings cover each grain of rice. And then once I do that, I put enough water to cover the rice. And it's about, I want to say, the top of your finger where the first line hits. It's about that much off the rice. I cover it, I want to say, I'm trying to give you exact ways to do it, but I cover it about maybe 1/2 inch over the rice. Because if you put too much water, then it's just gonna make your rice really, really soft and sticky. And I don't like that at all. I like my rice to be fully cooked but separated, not mushy. And then what I do is I wait for it to boil, and I wait for some of the water to evaporate. Then I will lower the flame. I will lower the temperature about between a 2 and a 2.5 on my stove on the lower part, because my stove tends to get really hot quickly. So on your stove, depending on how your stove is, you might want to adjust it to maybe between 2 and 3, and you're gonna cover it, and you're gonna wait approximately between 10 to 15 minutes covered on low heat. Then you want to check on it, give it a nice turn, and cover it again for the remaining 5 minutes or so, depending on how you like your rice and how hot your stove gets. And then you're gonna be done, but you'll see. And look how beautiful these pork chops are. I will tell you that this day my kitchen smelled so delicious. See how the water now is boiling on the rice? I'm gonna cover it up. I'm gonna wait till the water gets down a little bit more, and then I'm gonna cover it and let it cook like I told you earlier. You see? Some of the water is already evaporating. Then I'm gonna cover it and let it cook on low for about 10 to 15 minutes without uncovering it. I'm gonna be serving this rice, fried pork chop, and some avocado on the side. Look how beautiful. Good. And now my pork chops are nicely fried, and I will be taking them out and adding the next batch. Look how beautiful they look. Ooh, you saw that pop? It almost got me, but it didn't. Look how beautiful those pork chops look. Now I'm gonna be adding the next batch. And my rice, it's almost done. I'm gonna check on it very soon. Now I'm gonna check the rice. Look how beautiful. I'm gonna cover it up again. Let it cook for the last 5 minutes. My rice is done. It's finished. And it's beautiful, if I do say so myself. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna be serving this meal with fried pork chops and avocado. You'll see it when I put it on a plate. You're gonna see how beautiful it is. And not only is beautiful, but it's delicious.
Hey, welcome back. Today my wife cooked up some rice, Spanish style, with pigeon peas, which is gandules, with fried pork chops. Little avocado on the side, I chose to have tomatoes also with some salad dressing. Here goes my test on the rice.
Mommy. Thank you from the story? Yes, one of my favorites. This is my daughter, Ava.
I'm sorry, but it's always good. And here goes the little taste on the chop. I'm going to use my fingers on this one.
Mommy, who's that? That was my coat.
I love fried pork chops. So remember, y'all, to like, share,
Like, comment, subscribe.
and subscribe, comment. I'm going to finish eating now.
Okay, bye guys.